In a world brimming with distractions, focusing on tasks presents a common challenge. Have you ever sat down with determination, only to find your mind wandering? This video uncovers the battle between our productivity desires and wandering thoughts. Join us as we explore the psychology behind this everyday dilemma. We'll discuss how our brains often lead us astray from our goals. Get ready to dive into the mystery of focus in our modern lives. As the clock ticks, you sit down, ready to work. Yet, a deep breath reveals your reluctance to start. You glance at the task list. Simple tasks seem daunting when distractions loom. The phone buzzes. A message pulls your attention away. You hesitate, knowing you should resist. You remind yourself of deadlines, yet focus slips through your fingers like sand. Thoughts race about everything else but the task at hand. You feel the weight of decisions looming. A deep breath again. You try to clear your mind, but it feels like pushing against weights. You understand that this struggle is universal, affecting many in today's world. Your internal conflict intensifies. Can you conquer this moment of resistance? You contemplate the nature of focus. Is it a skill or a fleeting illusion? A sudden resolve springs forth. It's time to take action, despite doubts. You decide to start small, perhaps with just a single sentence, one step towards clarity. Slowly, you immerse yourself in the task. The process begins and distractions fade. As you settle into the task, a notification pings, briefly stealing your attention. The urge to check it flares. You fight the impulse, reminding yourself of the importance of this moment. Focus wanes, yet determination remains. Minutes pass and you finally click on the notification. It pulls you into a different world, one filled with distractions. Lost in a feed of posts, you realize time slips away. The unfinished tasks loom larger, your frustration building. You close the apps, but the thoughts flood back. Reminders of duty swarm, shaping an urgent need for action. With deep breaths, you strategize. You prioritize tasks, hoping this will ground you once more in focus. You decide to tackle the simplest task first. Success here should spark momentum, lifting the weight of distractions. With the first task complete, a flicker of satisfaction ignites motivation. You pull the next task from your list, but midway through, another thought interrupts. You hesitate, grappling with the allure of unexplored options. Once again, you push away the distractions. Each small commitment to focus becomes a small victory against chaos. As tasks progress, a sense of rhythm emerges. You transition from task to task with growing confidence. Yet, temptation lingers. The allure of distraction is still present, waiting on the sidelines. You recognize this challenge isn't just about completing tasks. It's a deeper struggle for your attention. With each completed task, you weave a thread of purpose. It drives you to resist falling back into old habits. A sense of urgency arises. You realize incomplete tasks reflect on your aspirations. They fuel an internal fire. Time becomes a companion in this momentary reminder that every action leads you closer to something greater. As hours pass, you can feel the distractions slowly fading. A renewed clarity settles in your workspace. Navigating through focus and distractions feels like a dance, one that you start to master with each step. You glance at the list fewer tasks remain, each completed piece sharpening the vision of your goals. Amid the busyness, clarity emerges. The chaos turns into a canvas where you can now paint your aspirations. Finally, you embrace the final task with determination. The finish line is not just an end, but a new beginning. With the last task checked off, a wave of relief washes over you. It's a secret victory, one to cherish. You sit in silence for a moment, reflecting on the journey. The struggle was real, yet so was the triumph. With fresh eyes and a clearer mind, you understand that this journey will continue, and you are ready. With renewed determination, you sit down at the desk, ready to tackle the task ahead. But a notification chimes from your phone, pulling your attention away for a moment. You take a deep breath, reminding yourself of your goals, and silence the phone. Returning to your work, you feel a wave of clarity, ideas flowing like water. Then, a thought crosses your mind: what if you don't have enough time to finish? You remind yourself that this struggle is part of the process, not a reason to stop. Pushing back the doubt, you dive deep into your thoughts, fingers flying over the keys. Every word you write strengthens your resolve, and you can see progress blossoming. Yet as you progress, the urge to procrastinate whispers in your ear again. You acknowledge it, but choose to focus on the task, pushing the distractions away. As hours pass, the struggle transforms into a rhythm, a dance between focus and distraction. With each completed task, you build momentum, finally feeling in control of your journey. With renewed energy, you tackle the next task, breaking it down into smaller steps. Each step feels manageable and leads to progress. As tasks are completed, a sense of clarity begins to emerge. You find confidence in the structure you've created for your day. You encounter a momentary distraction, but with awareness, you gently redirect your focus back to your work. Recognizing distractions as part of the process, you accept them without judgment and continue work with patience. The tasks flow more smoothly now, and each moment of focus strengthens your resolve to stay on track towards your goals. You take a deep breath, acknowledging your progress. This awareness has transformed your approach, paving the way for future tasks.